so angry. I've got baby shark stuck in my head, stuck in my head. Hello! Pafford Homestead. If you don't mind, we like to go on first name basis here, so if you don't mind telling us all your name, that'd be great. If you don't want people to know your name, Pafford, we can call you Pafford if that's okay with you. Whatever you prefer, just let us know what you'd like to be called. Cooking my husband dinner. It's kind of late, but just put him in the crib if you want. Brandy. Okay, I'll try to remember that. My brain's kind of not been working, so I tend to forget. But so I might ask you the first few times I see you in here, what your name is. So don't get offended if I do that. I need my hubby buster and mayonnaise and cheese. Goldie Jack. Oh, don't say it, please. What? Put it out. Oh, what is it about? Shannon, watch. You don't want this cheese? No, it's okay. My husband already got out the pepper jack. Hey, Leroy. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Aaron. Hey, everybody. I'm making hot sandwiches. Roast beef. That's what my husband wants for dinner. So that's what we're making. Sorry y'all can't see a better angle of me actually cooking the food. But there is a video on my channel. Gary sent me the sweetest text today about how amazing my... Still don't know how to pronounce that was. He said it's... That one right there. Bulgogi. He said it's the standard all others should be judged on. Aw, how cute. My husband never tells me things like that. I'm just kidding. He always tells me my food's great. I will end your life right now. That didn't make me very happy. Oops. Everybody says hi. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna turn my broiler on. What? What? Huh? Are you being a punk? My husband's being a punk. I can kind of walk you through what I do, though, you guys. I need to learn how to make hoagie buns. I know how to make bread, but I don't know how to make them in, like, the shape of hoagie buns. I mean, I'm sure it's not too terribly difficult, but... Lori said, behave or else. I just put that in there. I'm thirsty. Okay. Slushy. I don't know how to behave, Lori. Sorry. This is a meat carving knife, not my bread cutting knife. Hey, Mimi! I made normal amount, but that means 3 pounds, not 6 or 7 pounds. LOL, but that was only 5 plates. So I just cut the bread like this. You know, open it like an open faced sandwich. What do you need? One. No, you're not. You're not going to get him. Yes. He needs to learn to stay over the night places. Got my au jus on the stove. I'm just gonna put the roast beef in there. We get it pretty thin, almost shaved. Why do they have to pack it so tight? Can I just put some in there? It is quiet. I only have one of my children home today. Oh, you're at Chuck E. Cheese. All right, we got some roast beef in the pot with the au jus, getting nice and toasty. I'm gonna take the mayonnaise. Chuck E. Cheese, isn't it like 10 o'clock there? Mimi, that's all late to be out at Chuck E. Cheese. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese since I was like way little. I was probably like 8 the last time I was at a Chuck E. Cheese. Just putting some mayonnaise on the bread. I cut it open the wrong way. Don't judge me. It's fine. Nope, I don't make homemade au jus. I use the packets. I don't know how to make homemade au jus. I should learn. I know Shane Dawson's conspiracy theory about Chuck E. Cheese pizza got him like canceled a few years ago. Yeah, we used to do birthday parties at the park, but we haven't in a couple weeks. We don't have a Chuck E. Cheese. We had Celebration Station. We had Chuck E. Cheese. We also had Locomotion. Not in my town, but like an hour and a half away. Huh? Bullwinkles.
Like Rocky Bullwinkle?
Never been there.
Washington, there's a place over there called Bullwinkles.
Apparently my husband had Bullwinkles growing up in Washington. Never heard of that.
Wild Waves.
And Wild Waves. But we also have about 45 minutes away, we have a amusement park called Silver Dollar City. We used to have Celebration City, but they closed that down. And we also have a very crappy water park called Whitewater.
You should call it Warm Water.
Yeah, like Shane Dawson almost got sued for it or something. Okay, now I'm just going to take the bread and put it under the broiler for a minute. Oh no, I forgot my cookie pan in there. And by cookie pan, I mean the pan I've been making cookies on for a couple days. I want to go to Dave & Buster's. It looks so fun. Okay, we got our bread. It's going to get nice and toasty under the broiler while our roast. I'm going to turn this down a little because we don't want it to get overcooked. Just want it to stay nice and warm while we. Pistol Pete's always reminds me of Yosemite Sam. Yeah. We don't have a lot of fun things like that around here. And like Silver Dollar City, it's not that fun, and it's like $90 a person. Yeah. Jeffree Star, he worked with Jeffree Star, yeah. He also did all the conspiracy videos. Shane Dawson did. He also got canceled for some problematic things he said when he first started YouTube like 100 years ago. Is it fun, Leroy, at Dave & Buster's? See, my idea of fun and everybody else's idea of fun, though, are two completely different things. Like, my idea of fun is having no communication in person with people. Okay. Nope, the bread's not ready yet. Hold on a second. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Will you give me my blue drinky drink out of there? Yep, it's in the door. On the right. Yeah, the blue one's not my favorite either, but I'm gonna have me a drinky drink. It's Seagram's Calypso Colada. I'm gonna pour it in a cup, that way I'm not drinking it out of the bottle and I don't get like flagged on YouTube. No, I haven't been watching Euphoria. It doesn't seem like my vibe. Where'd my thing go? Oh, there it is. Oh, that was close. The bread got a little bit toasty. That's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take my tongs. Take the roast beef. Oh, nope, I did that. Did I do that wrong? How do I usually do this? No, I didn't. I did it right. Okay. Now let most of the juices, whoops, come off. Place it like so. Whoops. I just prefer watching shows where, you know, people like it's really hard for me to get into scripted TV shows. Okay. There's that back on the stove. Ooh, hot. Okay. Now we're gonna get some Kobe Jack. Take a piece of Kobe Jack. I shouldn't put that on the hot pan, it's gonna melt. And then I'm gonna fold it in half like so. And lay it like this. And then get some pepper jack. I don't think so either. Yeah. I don't know. Can't really get into many scripted TV shows. Like, tried to watch The Doctor, but there was only one season I really enjoyed. See? I'm gonna put it back in the broiler for like 2 seconds so the cheese can melt. I got a plate. I could only watch one season of The Doctor I didn't like, or not one season, but there's only one Doctor I like. Get the au jus. Hopefully my bowl doesn't explode. It shouldn't, but. Speaking of that, y'all know my daughter is 7. What do I do with my oven mitt? My daughter is 7, and kids in her class were talking about Endgame. Like, why are second graders being allowed to watch Endgame? Like, no. That's a little above grade level, if you ask me. And now I need a spatula. To get it on the plate. Okay, and then I need to get the pan out of the way. That can't go there because there we go. I don't know. See, video games are one thing, but like TV shows. Okay. And there we have it. And give this to Zachy Poo. Hey, babe, you gotta open the door pretty far. And now I gotta put all the stuff away. They had a live. On what? Oh, Fortnite? What? I didn't hear about that. That's crazy. I don't know what we're gonna do without 5 million interruptions today. Per usual, because the two kids who interrupt are not here. This has been like really quiet. I think this drinky drink's been sitting in my fridge a little long. It's a stouter than I remember it being. My daughter went to her Mimi and Peepaws, my adopted parents, per usual, like she does on the weekend. And then my mother-in-law took Delson for the night, so. My kids had school today, but they are off on Monday. My kids, I only have one kid in school. In 2 weeks, we're gonna go on a little weekend trip to visit Zach's side of the family. We haven't been able to see them in 3 or 4 years, so they've never got to meet Luca. We're gonna go see his dad, his aunt, and his grandma. Yep. So there'll be a grocery haul tomorrow. There'll be a grocery haul next Saturday, but there probably won't be a video the Saturday after that because I won't be home. Unless I film just like a not grocery haul video to post on Saturday that I already have edited. Yeah, it's about a 5-hour drive from here, but we'll leave out probably about 4 or 5 o'clock Friday morning. It'll be fun. They've never got to meet Luca. And the last time they saw Delson, he was still like a baby. So. Hey, babe! The last time we saw your dad, was it before or after his surgery? It was before, right? Because then he was going back and having surgery? No, it was after. As long as they eat before we go or while we're driving, they won't get car sick. And I will imagine that Luca and Delson will sleep. I don't know about Katie, but I'm gonna figure out something for them to do in the car. Because we only have one tablet, and I'm not about to try and make 3 kids share one tablet for 5 hours. So. Luca will be the easiest in the car. Hooga, hooga, hooga. Because he enjoys car rides as long as we're moving. He doesn't like when we stop, but he likes it when we move. That's okay. Delson, he'll be pretty easy too. He likes to look out the window and point out things he sees, and he'll bring like a few toys. And Katie, she's the hardest to entertain. I'm gonna take my book. We should have got the car that had the DVD player in it. That's what we should have done. Oh, maybe I'll buy a travel DVD player. I can set it on the center console so they all 3 can see it. And I'll have to go unpack a few of their DVDs that are in the garage. We haven't seen Zach's grandma since she came to our wedding almost 7 years ago. Holy cow. I've already been married for 6.5 years. Yeah, see, I only have one tablet though, and it is old, and so it doesn't hold a charge very well. So that's not going to be a good option. I'd rather just get a portable DVD player, I think. I mean, if we leave early enough in the morning, they'll probably sleep through at least half of the trip, including Katie. Yes, I had this Laffy Taffy card game that actually was a lot of fun. Dumb Laffy Taffy joke trivia, LOL, when the kids and I went to NY in Niagara Falls a few years ago with my ex-boss and cousin. Oh. Well, see, I figured like I can bring Delson's like alphabet flashcards and we can work on that a little bit in the car when it's daylight. And maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out. You can play like I Spy. See, my kids aren't old enough to play traditional road trip games like uh, finding a sign with every letter of the alphabet. Starting with A, you have to start with A and make your way through the alphabet finding signs. Huga, I have a unnatural obsession with coffee mugs. Only if they've got funny sayings or cute sayings on them, though, or like cute or funny pictures. I also have an unnatural obsession with salt and pepper shakers. Mm. Oh no, Lori. Yeah, or I can't remember any of the other ones we used to play, but that was one of them. See, our other cat, Fee, before he passed away, uh, literally he would hide around door frames and just wait for me to walk by. Um, Nobody else. He would do this to nobody else, but I would walk by and he would jump out and attack my feet. Oh, you tallied the different states on vehicles? Yeah, see, my kids are too young for that. Katie could play, but Delson and Luca can't. We might do like uh, I just had an idea in my head and it boop. See you later. My mother-in-law is gonna stay with the dogs. Um Poppets. I'm gonna take lots of poppets. Luca got this new one today at Walmart. I didn't show it in my grocery haul because it was in the car. But each poppet has a letter on it, so I think that's gonna help me teach Delson his alphabet, maybe. And I'll bring some books. I will not bring coloring books though, because my kids are in the eat crayon stage. Well, Delson and Luca are, so no. Stretched it and put it around his neck. I kept my hand on it so it wasn't right. What? What'd you put around his neck? His scrunchie thing? Oop. And let's see, what else could I take with us to keep them entertained? I can also get Netflix on my phone and download them a few shows to watch. Yeah, I need to see if I can find some of those. Oh, jeez. I wanted a hot fudge shake from Sonic today, but their ice cream machine was broken. Story of my life. We got the Jim's place that I was mad at a few months ago that told me it was my fault my order was wrong. We had that for lunch. My mother-in-law paid for it. She went to the store with us. Hi, friends. Just got out of the gym. About to go home. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend with your loved ones. If you ever need anything, you can always DM on my personal Insta or text. Love you all. Take care. Love you too, Cat. Speaking of that, we need to chit-chat. I'm gonna text you if I don't forget. Ooh, the Shamrock Shake. Blech. I used to work at Walmart. Good. No, I used to work at McDonald's. No thanks. Now the strawberry cream pies. Those are delicious. I don't really like shakes from McDonald's. And I also know how they clean their machines, so no thanks. Oh yeah, the Shamrock Shake should already be out. Hey Nicole. Oh my gosh, please tell me that's the right name. My brain isn't working. I have a pimple in my eyebrow right there. And it hurts. And my eyes itch. Wait, how do they clean their machines? Not well. I mean, yes, I do. It's not necessarily how they clean their machines. It's just that. Okay, so this is what they do. They empty out all the shake mix. At least this is how they did it. Holy shit. 10 years ago when I worked there, excuse me, I burped. They would empty all the shake shit out. They would take the nozzles off, wash those, and then they would just put water with cleaner in it into the machine and just run it through. And I'm sorry, but we're messing with dairy. That don't. Mm-mm. And also, just so y'all know, like 50% of the time they tell you their ice cream machine's broken. It's not. They probably just like cleaned it the night before and don't want to have to clean it again. So, and they don't clean it every night either. They clean it like maybe once a week, maybe a little less than that. I mean, they clean the nozzles every day, but they don't clean like the whole machine every day. Yep. Also, I don't like their shakes because I don't like vanilla shakes, and their chocolate shakes are just vanilla shakes with chocolate syrup in them, and no thanks. I mean, to be fair, that's what freaking Sonic does too. I mean, anywhere that has a big ice cream machine like that, there is no way to like actually clean the inside of it. So, I mean, everywhere cleans it that way. But how do they clean the coffee maker? Want me to be honest? I worked there for 3 years. And the 3 years I worked there, they cleaned the coffee pots. Never seen them actually clean the coffee maker. I mean, it's gonna be like that anywhere, Nicole, that has the the big giant machines because they can't actually like get inside of it and clean it. I mean, I'm not saying they've got like mold or anything in there, but they should be cleaning it more than once a week, if you know. And Sonic, when I worked there too. 12 years ago, they clean theirs every night. Or they did 12 years ago, anyways. I don't know what they do now. I put my application in there, but 20-minute wait for a sundae. They must have been in the middle of cleaning their, or they must have just got done cleaning their ice cream machine and put new. So their ice cream mix comes in big giant bags, and they just dump it in there. They must have just put new ice cream in there, and it had to get solidified. You know what I wish Sonic would bring back? Their cream slushes. Can we start the petition for that? Okay. Can I have my pink one now? Oh. He said no, so I guess that means no. I'll tell you the best time to go to McDonald's to get French fries. So don't go there as soon as oh, excuse me, what? Later. Um he was just joking. Well, these have been sitting in there for a while, so this bottle's weird. Pam! No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's probably stronger than usual. No, that's not what I was gonna say. So don't go in the morning when they first turn over to lunch because they're only allowed to put one. Hold on. Okay, so their salt is in this big yellow thing, and it's got like holes all around it. And they're only allowed to turn it over one time and turn it back over, and that's the salt you get. If you wait till like 1 or 2 p.m. after the lunch rush, the thing that they dump the fries on after they take them out of the fryer and sprinkle the salt on will have more salt built up on it, so your fries will be better. And Laura, you don't have to ask for no salt for them to make them fresh. You can just ask them to make them fresh. Tell them you're willing to wait the 3 to 5 minutes it takes to cook them, but you want fresh fries. And they are supposed to make them fresh for you. And they're actually Oh. And actually, they're only supposed to keep their fries for 5 minutes after they come out of the fryer, and then they have to throw them away. How have you been, Pam? Is everything okay? Also, you guys, I'm not gonna say any names or what's going on, but there is somebody who's a part of this community who got some unfortunate news today. So if you can just say a, anonymous prayer for them, that'd be great. They don't want everybody to know the news, so I'm just going to say that. And you guys know me, if people don't want their business out there, don't put it out there. I'm sorry you're having to go through all that, Pam. Oh yeah, this one's better. The Jamaica Me Happy one is so much better. Lemon, strawberry, watermelon, and guava flavors. But you want to know any more secrets? I can tell you some secrets. None are coming to the top of my head right now. Yeah, but I wish Sonic would bring back their cream slushes. It was like half a slush, half a shake, and I would get the pineapple one or the strawberry one, and it was so good. But one, they took away pineapple, and two, they took away the cream slush. What is the secret to making the perfect chocolate chip cookie? Okay, I have a recipe on my channel, but I'm gonna say it on here right now. Exactly what you do, and if you need to, you can come back here. So, the secret to making the perfect chocolate chip cookie: 1 cup of or 2 sticks. Use stick butter. That's one advice. Stick butter. 2 sticks of butter, room temperature, salted. Salted butter. I use salted butter. I don't care what recipes say. Use salted butter. 2 sticks, room temperature. 1 cup of white sugar. 1 cup of brown sugar. Cream those together till they're nice and combined and fluffy. 2 eggs. Add one at a time, just until combined. Okay. Then add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, just until combined. And then get, is it 1 teaspoon? Let me look. I want to make sure I tell you this right. I think it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 tablespoons of hot water. Let me look and make sure. I got it written down. You'd think as much as I make these cookies, I'd have it memorized, but I do not. That's Nutella brownies. That's not what we want. Okay, so then you take 2 teaspoons of hot water and a teaspoon of baking soda. Dissolve the Yeah, baking soda. Dissolve the baking soda into the hot water and then pour that in. Mix it. 3 cups of flour. Right, that's it? Yeah. 3 cups of flour. Mix that just until well combined. And then you're going to add a whole bag of chocolate chips. Not a cup, not a cup and a half, just the whole regular sized bag of chocolate chips. I think it's like 16 ounces or something like that. Okay, mix that up. Now, you can do one of 2 things at this point. Well, 3 things. You could bake them right off the bat at 350 for 10 minutes. Don't recommend doing that. I recommend either getting some parchment paper, lay it out, and roll the dough into yes, the whole bag. It's a chocolate chip cookie, not a cookie with chocolate chips. Anyways, get your parchment paper, put your dough on it, and roll it out like you would get a tube of cookie dough. And this makes quite a bit, so I always do it in 2 or 3 tubes. Now you want them to be, I would say 1.5 to 2 inches around is what you want. Then you roll that up in your parchment paper, you put it in a Ziploc bag. You zip it up, put it in your fridge for at least an hour. Okay? Or your other option is go ahead and roll it out into the balls and now put it in a bowl or in a Ziploc bag, but you want to make sure you're putting a layer of parchment paper between each layer of cookie dough balls so it doesn't stick together. And so after an hour, you take it out, bake it at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. They are so good. But Lori, the cream cheese chocolate chip cookies, that's what's going to be Tuesday's video. Do not use margarine. Do not use fake butter. Do not use it. Do not use imitation vanilla. Use pure vanilla extract. You can get a bottle. It's like 2 or 3 fluid ounces at Walmart for $2. Do not cheap out and get imitation vanilla. Only use real vanilla. Also, you don't have to sift your flour. It's not that big of a deal. Also, when you're measuring your brown sugar, you have to pack it down in there nice and tight. When you flip your measuring cup over and it comes out of your measuring cup, you want it to come out in like a brick form, like stay in the form of your coffee cup? No, of your measuring cup. Ask Lori, she used fake butter one time. It didn't turn out. I mean, I'm sure the cookies will taste fine, but your dough's not going to turn out right. Yes, I'll show you what I buy. If y'all have watched my videos, you'll know, but I'll show you. I buy this 1 fluid ounce bottle for $2 at Walmart. It will make me about 8 batches of cookies. It's pure vanilla extract, great value. And it's $2. You can get the bigger bottle. I think it might be 4 fluid ounces, and it's like $4 or something, at least at my Walmart. Oh, you want to see my mug? Yes, you gotta use real vanilla. It does make a difference. I'm sorry, but it does. Here's my mug. I can't. There we go. My new mug came in the mail today. I'm gonna use it in the morning. Yes. Also, real butter isn't that expensive. You can get a pound of real butter, 4 sticks of butter, for like $3 at Walmart. So it's not that bad. I'm trying to think if I have any more You have to cream your butter and sugars together before adding the other ingredients. I don't care what anybody says, you have to. It does make a difference. If you don't, your cookies are going to turn out more cakey, and not light and fluffy and good. So do that. For sure, do that. Ooh, I don't like maple syrup. So I've been thinking about doing a series on my channel. I would hate to do it because I would hate to waste stuff, but I can just send them to work for the guys that my husband works at, and I'm sure they'll enjoy them nonetheless. But doing like for cookies for example, like do one batch where I don't cream the butter and sugars and I just throw everything in the bowl and I don't refrigerate it and I use like fake butter and fake vanilla, and then make a batch where I do it the right way that I normally do it, so that y'all can actually see the difference. And I thought about doing this in different videos. So in one video I would do doing it the way I regularly do it and then not creaming together the butter and sugar, so y'all could see what the difference that makes. And then like, do you have to really use both white sugar and brown sugar, and doing a batch where I only use white sugar versus the way I usually do it. And yes, and so a lot of people think that because brown sugar is just sugar with molasses, that it doesn't make a difference, but it does. So I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. If you only use real sugar, your cookies are going to be pale. Your cookies are not going to have any crunch to them at all. They're just going to feel like you're biting into mush, basically. And if you only use brown sugar, you're going to get the opposite. They're going to be super dark, and they're going to be kind of more crisp. That's why if you want a soft cookie, you'll see them using like more white sugar than brown sugar. If you want a crunchier cookie, you'll see them using more brown sugar than white sugar. Oh, homemade butter is so good, but I've never made cookies with homemade butter, so I don't know how good that would do. I mean, I'm sure it would be fine. But yes, I highly recommend using salted butter. Oh, I forgot to say, also I want to taste the salt. If I am putting salt in something, I want to be able to taste it. Not like overly taste it, but just that little kiss of a salt taste. So even though I use salted butter, I do also add half a teaspoon of salt to my cookie dough. Because, let's face it, salted chocolate is delicious. But yes, this weekend I'm going to film making those cream cheese chocolate chip cookies, Lori, and that video is going to go up on Tuesday. I'll probably film that Sunday. I don't ever use unsalted butter. I take that back. I bought unsalted butter for... What did I buy unsalted butter for? I don't remember. I did have to buy it a little while ago for something I was making. I can't remember. So here's the thing. If I'm making something I've never made before, usually the dessert-wise, cooking, like dinner-wise, I change it however I want to. But, oh yes, and if your butter is not at room temperature, put it in your microwave for 5 seconds, turn it, 5 seconds, turn it, 5 seconds, turn it, 5 seconds. I was making the carrot cake for my adopted dad's birthday. Now, if I'm just cooking dinner, I can change a recipe, whatever. But when I'm baking, and it's the first time I'm baking that thing, I try to follow the recipe to a T. And then after I make it the one time to a T, I will decide what changes I feel like need to be made to it. And here's the thing, Nicole. Everybody's idea of a perfect cookie is different. Some people like their cookies super thin. Some people like them, a little thicker. Some people like them crunchy. Some people like them soft. Everybody's perfect cookie is different. We all have our own preferences, and that's why I say anybody can cook. If you can read directions or follow a video, you can cook. It's not hard. And once you start doing that for a while and you get in the groove, then you start learning the things you like and the things you don't like. And then you start realizing, oh, hey, I can change this and that would make this better. Anybody can cook, and I hate when people say they can't cook. Yes, you can. Anybody can bake as long as you file. Nice. So then you'll like my cookie recipe. So when you roll it up in the tube or you roll it out in the balls, so I cut my cookies when I always roll them in a tube, and I cut them to be 3/4 to an inch thick. And then I take it between my palms and I just apply a little bit of pressure to thin it out a little bit so they'll be bigger around because, we all like big cookies. And then I bake it at 350 for 10 minutes. 12, depending on if I might have cut it a little too thick. If you roll them into the balls, then just roll them to about an inch and a half. Cookie dough balls, and then 350, 10 to 12 minutes, or until done. And when you cook cookies, here's another big tip. Do not cook them until they are completely done. When you take them out of the oven and you're letting them cool, they will continue cooking. And every recipe you see will say, leave them on the cookie sheet for 5 minutes and then take them off. I highly recommend only leaving them on the cookie sheet once you take them out of the oven for 1 to 2 minutes and then moving them. You don't have to have a cooling rack. I didn't have a cooling rack until like a year ago. Just move them to a plate because the longer they sit on that hot pan, the crunchier the bottoms of the cookies are going to get. And I don't like crunchy cookies. So I always take them off the pan. Sometimes I take them off the pan as soon as they come out, but usually I leave them on there for at least 1 minute, sometimes 2, just enough for them to cool down enough that they're not going to completely fall apart when I try and take them off the pan. Yep, 10 minutes is the secret. But also, everybody's oven is different. So even knowing my oven, I always check it at 8 minutes. Because if you get your cookies a little too small, sometimes they get a little too cooked. So I always check it 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and 12 minutes. I never cook a cookie longer than 12 minutes. Ever. Because here's the thing, I also like raw cookie dough. So if it's not 100% done in the middle, who cares? It's so good. When I met my husband, I refused to cook, but I took cooking classes to learn the basics, and now I'm the main person who cooks. I'm the only person who cooks in my house. My husband used to love to cook, but he doesn't really do it so much anymore. If I asked him to, he would, but yeah. Heck, you can even take one of, so I had what did I used to use for, I have a pizza pan that has holes in the bottom that I got like 2 years ago, and I would prop that up on like cups or something, and then um, put the cookies on there so there's airflow. But you don't have to do that because once you take it off that pan, the bottoms are going to stop cooking, and that's the main concern. Yes. It does take a while to get used to a new oven and stove. How'd you burn your hand? Oh, by the way, I meant to say congratulations on your apartment. I have watched a couple of your videos, like while I was cleaning up around the house or like cuddling with the boys, so I didn't really get to comment. I didn't get to comment, but I did watch. And I'm learning that I don't have to comment on every video. As much as I love to comment on every video, sometimes I just can't comment on every video because to stay caught up, I have to play them while I'm like cleaning the kitchen or, cuddling the boys while they're watching TV or cleaning the living room or folding laundry. So I can't always comment, but I do watch. I'm getting caught up on everybody's videos without leaving comments because I just want to get caught up. If you have any questions, Nicole, just let me know about the cookies. Heck, we can set up a time and day where we do like a video chat, Nicole, and I can walk you through the process. I'm down for that. See, so right now I have 2 different chocolate chip cookie recipes up on my channel. I have one that's just chocolate chip cookies that is the recipe I used to use. But then I made those chocolate chip Nutella brownie cookies for Melody at Let's Bake It Like and Dig It for her crazy cookie collab. Is that the video? Is that the collab I did it for, or was it for my sugary shenanigans I did it for? I can't remember. They were like in the same week, I think. And I now use that chocolate chip cookie recipe for my chocolate chip cookies, and it's pretty good. I mean, I did change a few things in it, but yeah. And who knows, I might try these cream cheese chocolate chip cookies and decide I like this recipe better. I need to look. I wonder if they use the cream cheese in place of butter. I just need to get a new microwave. Our door doesn't want to open. Some of the buttons only work when they want to. But, yep, you guys, I'm going to jump off here, finish my drink, take a shower, and go to bed. I love you guys. I'm praying for you all. And I will see you tomorrow in my grocery haul. Bye, loves.